It's gonna be on our Instagram. So if you guys were watching the previous steak video, we didn't have any audio. Apparently, what happened was my microphone died.
Oops.
The microphone, I must have either forgot to charge it or something. Either way, it died. So we plugged it back in. Should be charged, hopefully, for a little bit. It might die midway through, but we're just going to do a quick recap.
Yep. If you've ever been to a hippie jam band show, they call this a reprise. Tweezer reprise.
Yeah.
So we're
So
going to reprise what already happened.
Will be a little bit more casual. And now we have Carrie.
Carrie
back. Carrie. So we have 3 steaks. Now, we actually reheated them. We put them in the oven. We actually just broiled them for 5 minutes on each side. So let's just go ahead and dive into these three steaks here.
Do we remember numbers here?
I should be able to tell which is which here.
Oh, thanks.
So just a quick recap. Joe started disc golf or tournaments in 2010.
2010, when I was 30 years old. My first round when I was 16 years old in 1995. You can believe that.
And I started disc golf in 1999, but my first tournament was in 2011. We were both at the Fairfield Open. Joe parked in front of me.
Yep.
But neither one of us actually remember when we first actually met each other.
I feel like it was I feel like I randomly walked up to Matt and said, "What's up, dude? Are you here for a tournament?" "Yeah, I'm here for a tournament." And we might not have talked a whole bunch, but we definitely sat there at lunch at the same time, and he parked right next to me, and it was all new to me. I've been playing disc golf since I was 16, and I've been playing competitive sports since I was 16, but I never had the guts to try a disc golf tournament until I was 30 years old. I'm not even sure why I did. I woke up one day when I was 30, and I'm like, there's a tournament at Turkey Creek. I'm going. And I went. It was a lot of fun. I basically was addicted like a junkie from day one. The next couple years, 2011, 2012, probably played 35 competitive tournaments or more. A lot of fun.
So I tried this first one. Did you guys try this one over
I
here?
have not.
Nope.
I've
So
tried
let's
those two.
dive into this first one
Okay.
here. So on the video that we originally did, we did record it on Instagram. I am gonna sync up these 2 videos. I did record these separately, and then I'm gonna re-upload them on YouTube. So we will have a good version on YouTube eventually, but unfortunately for the live, it's how it goes, and it's how it goes with setting these things up. Sometimes they just mess up.
I blame it on, it's my fault, because I made Matt come to my house. Next time I do one of these, we're going to come to Des Moines.
Yeah. Well, you know what I think
It was
I
a way
need is
to-
I need a microphone that isn't battery powered, so I don't have to worry about having it charged and all that stuff. But all right, you guys tried steak 1. Let's dive into steak 2 here.
I feel like the flavors have changed quite a bit, but I almost feel like they're even more juicy and flavorful than round 1.
Yeah,
But
so they were definitely
not sure
pretty
how that's
medium rare. So with these steaks, these once again were the bone-in ribeyes like we had last time with Keegan. And I was kind of too lazy to cut around the bone and make them a proper size. So all 3 of these steaks were absolutely massive. They were they're like 3 inches thick, each one of them. I probably won't do bone-in ribeyes anymore just because it's such a pain, but they are cheaper to buy.
the meat is so soft and just melt in your mouth amazingness.
So, Gary, when was your first tournament? Do you remember when you first started playing?
Joe's our administrator of the family administrator of all things disc golf.
But before we met,
Yeah, so I played some disc golf in Seattle before Joe and I met. I played at least 1 course out in Seattle before I moved back to Iowa City, possibly 2, and wasn't really into it. But then I met Joe, and he wanted me to play, so I gave it a whirl, and I've always been really athletic. And once I moved back to the Midwest, I was really sad to be away from mountains, so I was like, hey, let's give it a try. And ever since then, it's kind of just stuck.
Nice.
it's probably my fault because I play a lot and we're together and we want to hang out a lot.
And then the dogs can join
but-
in. So I suspect 2012 was my first tournament.
Nice.
Possibly.
11
We
or
went to
12.
the Orange Bowl, and the Hawkeyes played Georgia Tech in 2010. And a bunch of my old school buddies, Two-Tone and Steve Anderson, Tanky, all those guys, we played around disc golf in Miami, and Carrie was afraid to throw around my friends. And when we came home, I was like, you're very athletic. Why don't you just... We played around together, and we were walking our dogs, and I was like, why don't you just throw this? And just like bombed that first one, and we got her 150 class disc, and she picked it up pretty quick, and... She's
Good
been
job.
Yeah,
successful.
that's
in her
awesome.
tournament
Yeah,
career.
it's awesome because like you can like plan out vacations and stuff, like just stuff to do, like just go play.
We've had so much fun on vacations, like across the United States, throughout, well, and in Europe as well, but across Iowa, we have discovered so many fun small towns in Iowa we never would have gone to. Super small, like hole-in-the-wall towns in Iowa that it was really fun to find their course and play.
Another fun story was right before I started playing tournaments. My first tournament was in the fall of 2010, which you will get to hear once Matt reposts the first video. But me and my buddy Two-Tone, that whole entire summer, took our dogs and drove around the state of Iowa and played probably 200 of the little podunk courses in Iowa everywhere. That's all we did. And so I probably played 350 courses in around 30 states and 3 countries. And I've been playing a long time.
All right, so we had the first
Okay.
two. Let's dive into the third one.
Numero
Here.
tres.
Is this part of number 3?
I don't know.
It's 2.5.
Okay, here we go.
That was definitely a part of number
This
three.
one, yep, on the bone here is definitely part of number 3.
Oh, look at, she's glistening.
There's so much steak here. This is like. So one of the very first steak battles we did, it was Gavin Babcock and I, and there was supposed to be Ross Walshall was supposed to be with us. Ross didn't end up showing up. We had 4 like giant steaks like this, and both Gavin and I just smashed all 4 steaks. Like I think I weighed the steaks ahead of time. Each one of those steaks were like 28 ounces. So between the two of us, we had 4 pounds of steak each.
I can see massive Gavin just mashing steaks.
Gavin
no
can
problem.
smash some
Yep,
food.
That seems about right.
He's really good at the food.
When they're this good,
Oh, they're amazing.
it's easy to keep
Yeah.
going.
So,
I feel like Chevy Chase and flesh. Let me get a steak sandwich and a steak sandwich.
so
delicious.
yeah, I offered to give you the grill that we have outside, but you guys say you don't grill that often. Why,
We grill, but we do grill, but my mom randomly for Christmas got us this really nice gas grill a couple seasons ago. And so
Yeah.
we had an old charcoal grill, and we beat the crap out of it. And when we moved up here, we basically just dumped it because it was rotting in the bottom.
Yeah.
But it's gas grill. I know that's boring. We're
Yeah.
not sure.
There's definitely like gas
Grillers.
is very convenient.
Yeah,
You
that's-
can like kind of just fire it
Yeah.
up and go.
And we grill a lot of veggies. We grill like a big fat thick carrots and asparagus. We like to do a lot of that kind of stuff in the grill. Even just cutting cauliflower into like circles and throwing that in the grill.
Yeah, like when we first started these steak battles, I was cooking all these on a gas grill at the house I live at now. And then we had upgraded to like a pellet grill, and then now I'm
Sure.
just doing all charcoal. Charcoal, I feel like I just get a little bit more, smoky flavor. It's just a different
Yeah.
flavor.
Yeah.
But charcoal's a lot more of a pain in the butt just because it's a lot more timing and temperature
Sure,
swings
sure.
and all of that. But definitely the good flavor is there. You get that real nice, like fire flavor
Yeah,
flavor
for sure.
to it. All right, so we had all 3 steaks. Carrie, what were your favorites in your order?
I think I would do 3, 1, and 2.
And then Joe, in the original video, you chose 2,
I chose
3.
number 2 because it was the spicy one.
Yeah.
And then I chose number 3 mostly because it was absolutely positively cooked to absolute perfection. Melt in your mouth piece of meat. And then number 1 by default was amazing, but just by default it gets number 3.
I think I like
And
the ones that are
you-
salt heavy for
Do you
sure.
think you would stay with that order?
Yeah, I think I would eat the spicy one every time because I love the kick. You know what? I think I would go back and forth because the perfectly cooked melt in your mouth was so good. And the seasoning was great too. And it was perfectly cooked. But I do love a good kick. I like spice. Always have in everything I eat. So that's why I chose the little bit of more cayenne spicy one.
Great. Yeah, so Joe was saying he wants to come to Des Moines, do one in Des Moines. So probably next season, we'll have Joe
I would like to be
do one in Des Moines, and we'll have the setup there. I'll have my normal grill. Hopefully, the microphone doesn't crap out on us. Again, that's something I got to figure out. I'm still learning a lot of stuff with these, and but people seem to still enjoy them. So, all right, we'll see you guys next time.
Yep.